Oh my goodness, Bob, I don't even know what to do about it. I mean, I lost count of how many states that we had. We are also international. It's crazy. I'm glad you turned off the dings because it was like a slot machine stuck on pay, man. But ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bryan Belville, born and raised out of Huntington, West Virginia, and just genuinely excited here. Please don't mistake my excitement for hype, because I think by the time Bob is done sharing this information with you that you're going to realize why we're here, why we're talking about it, and why this is so special and why it's so unique. So what I want you to do is don't grab a pen and a piece of paper, because that makes you kind of steer focus. This is obviously going to be recorded, so you can go back and do that. So I want elbows on the knees, lean forward, straight focus, put yourself in a quiet place, because you do not want to miss what this gentleman is about to share. Now, a little bit about this guy. We've known each other for almost 3 decades. I would put his guitar skills up against pretty much anybody. His musical talent, he's a natural artist, but what he actually does the best is share information. And the information that we're going to share with you tonight and globally, we're going to teach you how to live local and build global. And that's what it is so exciting about the Pitch platform. It's PXch, but you see the little I and the little T, so we're talking about a new webinar system called Pitch, the Pitch platform. And the gentleman that's going to share with us, he is one of my best friends. That's the one thing I've loved about what we do. Some of my greatest friends that I have met and stayed in contact with has been through this industry, and this gentleman is one of those. So to tell us about the Pitch platform, because we don't just share a screen, we create an experience. Bob Bearden, tell him about Pitch, brother.
Thank you, Brian. It's a pleasure, man. The 2 BBs, right?
That's right.
I'm excited because, guys, some of you know me, some of you don't know me. Many of you probably have never seen me before. I do a lot of presentations. I'm a multifaceted entrepreneur. I have some personal products I sell. I love opportunity. I love entrepreneurship. And in today's world, being able to be on camera and not have to go drive to appointments and spend an extra 2 or 3 hours in the car. I love the fact that we can do this virtual. And I've been using other type of platforms for many, many years. When I got introduced to Pitch, some of these features are going to literally blow your mind, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the presentation. Pitch is the first all-in-one, 100% fully interactive webinar platform in the world. The platform is fully interactive. It's a webinar platform, but it's so much more than just webinars, and we're going to go through all this. But what I think is most important right up front is to share with you the gentleman that actually put this together. His name is Steve Jamison. This guy is an icon. He's built over 3 different sales and marketing companies, been the CEO of, to over $4 billion in global sales. He went on to become the creator of the very first unlimited long distance service plan. Many of you are probably going, oh, I remember those days. He saved Success Magazine and Video Plus when they were on the doorstep of bankruptcy. So you think this guy knows a little bit about how to scale, how to fix things, how to move forward? Incredible. I connect with this guy because of his creative side, right? Brian mentioned, I play music, etc. That's creative brain. This guy is incredibly creative. Now, watch this. He owned the largest ISV service provider, the partner with Zoom, for almost 4 years. He enrolled over 1 million customers into Zoom, okay? Now, some of you may have heard of Working Live. That was his company. I went through the service of Working Live to get a better deal on Zoom myself, okay? But here's what's important to understand. He worked with them for nearly 4 years, had 1 million customers. You think this guy knew what was good and what wasn't so good about Zoom? Do you think he understood what could be better? Listen to what he did. He went and took his creative ideas with a full blueprint to the executives of Zoom to make their platform better. And they said to him, Steve, you know, we love that you're creative and all your great ideas, but we just want you to bring customers. Just keep bringing us customers. And he said, well, I appreciate your candor, but rather than keep bringing you customers, here's my resignation letter. And he resigned, which that's a bold move, 1 million customers. So he resigns and he goes to work on building this pitch platform. He is the founder and the creator of Pitch. It's the first 100% immersive and interactive AI webinar platform in the world, but there's a lot of really cool things that come along with that. So before we get into some of the details, I just want to play you a very short video that really will give you the setup for the rest of the stuff we talk about. So grab some popcorn, sit back, enjoy this short video, and we'll be right back.
Have you heard of Pitch? The first fully interactive live webinar platform that makes your webinar meetings come to life. Think about it. Have your webinar meetings become everyone just watching you talk and share a screen? Are your guests busy multitasking because they can't click on it, shop it, or enroll to become a member? Now, with the new Pitch webinar platform, they can. All your guests can click on any web page, shopping cart, or presentation you share. Live shopping experiences in seconds. Whatever a guest can do on your website right now, they'll be able to do when you pitch. And it's simple. No setup, downloads, or integrations required. You share it and Pitch does the rest. Your guests will be fully engaged in ways you never imagined. And maybe, in some ways, we didn't. Start by being interactive yourself right now. See what you can do with Pitch, making your webinar meetings come to life.
All right, so let's talk real quick about some of the challenges other platforms have. One, most of them are just video-only meetings. So they just simply create passive audiences. There's no real interaction at all. People can get distracted. It makes their engagement very low. What happens when there's low engagement? Low conversion. You also need multiple different tools to sell and track all your follow-ups. You can do it all right here with Pitch. In these platforms, there isn't any type of real-time call to action. Now you can say, hey, listen, when are you available? I'll follow up with you, and you send them a link and you hope they don't get too busy, right? When they're on a Zoom with you, they're the most excited right then. So having the ability to just be interactive and they can go by, just like that video just showed you, is an unbelievable advantage. So what is Pitch? It's an interactive webinar and meeting platform that's designed to help create better engagement, instant conversions, which is going to do what? Scale and grow your company or your business, okay? Now, you can have unlimited co-hosts on your presentations. As you just saw, people can enroll directly right from the screen. No external link needed. And for example, live shopping, how many people do you know that maybe have their own stores, right? Online stores and social selling has become so popular that everybody's trying to do it, from Amazon stores to e-commerce, etc. Imagine you're excited about a new product you're launching and you get on and you have 50, 60, 100 people that get on this meeting with you, and you can walk through your shopping cart and every one of those people can click on whichever one of the products they want as you're going through the presentation, put it in their shopping cart, check out all of it. It's pretty amazing. No integrations are needed at all for this as well. It's all browser based. Now, the difference here, whether you're live or you're recorded, that interactive touch-based engagement still works. So if somebody couldn't make it to the meeting and you sent them to that meeting, or sent them that recording, they can still touch screen and still place those orders. Right? I know, it's crazy, man. And then of course there's AI powered audience growth, which is something they're really, really focused on doing here in the future, but it's unbelievable. So think of this: instant audience growth, the AI automates promotion, meet guests where they're at, No other platform, you guys, has this capability. Now, this part, Bryan, I don't know if it's because I'm creative and we like to have a lot of fun, right? People like to laugh, right? And so they teach you, in any books you've ever read, Power of Influence, any of these type of books, How to Win Friends and Influence People, genuinely, if you can get people laughing, that's always a great sign. It builds trust, etc. So I like laughter. Now, AI-powered tools. This avatar section blew me away. I mean, I have so many creative ideas for all the little businesses that I have running that this is just going to be a game changer, right? You can use it for invitations. You can use it for little jokes. You can use it to follow up with your recordings. You can make it an AI twin of yourself, or you can upload a JPEG of anyone you want. You could do, George Washington, right? And he's in battle or something, and he's got a message for you. Anything you want is pretty incredible. And it's not hard to do, right? It's designed for beginners in mind, which I love that side of Steve, because he knows there's millions of people around the world that are beginning to understand the power of virtual meetings. And so when you get somebody new coming into something new, guess what? You don't want them to be overwhelmed with all the technical stuff. And Steve's got that down pat. Now, the second thing with these AI-powered tools that blew my mind, whenever I join anything, whether it's an opportunity or I'm starting a business or I buy a platform to build websites or whatever I'm doing, it seems like the first week I'm just searching for stuff in the back office. Like I'm trying to figure out the navigation. With this AI agent assistance in your back office of Pitch, you can ask it anything. And you hit your microphone and go, hey, Steve, I'm trying to figure out how to use this avatar thing and it's not working right. Can you tell me exactly where to go or maybe what I'm doing wrong?
Sure, Bob, you just go to this point.
And when I started doing it, like when I first got the back office, Bryan, when you sent me the link, I'm like, okay, well, where's this? Where's that? And I'm like, wait a minute. He said something about some virtual assistant. So I went down on there and I started asking it all kinds of questions. And then I said, what can I find under this tab and what can be useful? And it just kept giving me the answers. It was so amazing. It was like having Steve right by my side, walking me through it, whether it was 3 a.m, right? It's pretty incredible. However, we could talk about how cool this avatar thing is all night long until we're blue in the face. We thought it would be better if we actually showed you. So we're going to show you the first couple just to give you an idea of what you can do. So sit back and enjoy these cool videos.
Can I trust you? About a year ago, while Pitch was almost finished writing the code to create the first fully live and recorded interactive webinar platform, I was approached by the IMF on behalf of Zoom, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams. I had done a little work for them over the years when we wanted access to the algorithm that China and TikTok were working on to get into the live shopping market. They said Pitch could potentially be an even bigger threat. It could become so disruptive, so transformative, and so popular, they would lose significant market share and access to all the people they currently spy and data mine on, which of course is in the national interest of our country. I said, relax, it's just a rumor. The technology doesn't exist, and my team doesn't accept missions that I know are really impossible. And then last week, I got a smart link from Elvis, of all people, inviting me to a presentation, and I saw 600 people shopping, enrolling, signing contracts. People from all over the world are listening to the presentation with international real-time voice translations. I was wrong. I was wrong about it all. You can track sales without any integration, setup, or downloads. You can use AI twins to make the perfect presentation every time. For the first time in my career, I chose not to accept. And now certain businesses, my clients, and critical information will be lost or killed off in the truest sense of the word. It's too late for me, but not for you. You can't escape this opportunity. Go with the Pro plan. I understand it will have avatars that self-destruct 5 seconds after playing. Wonder where they got that idea. I will reach out again soon. Good luck.
It's pretty amazing. And then I want to share with you another friend of ours who really saw the vision from his products being sold. It's pretty incredible.
Hello, everyone. When I signed my first contract with Nike and stepped into my first pair of Jordans, I never imagined they would make people feel like they were flying through air. Ever since then, people wanted to be like Mike. In fact, if you remember, Gatorade made that line famous, and both of us right along with it. Needless to say, I was surprised to find out that now everyone can be like Mike with my AI twin here at Pitch. At first, I was upset. But then I got this smart invite link, watched the demo, and quickly realized that I could use my own AI twin to broadcast live, record it, and completely interactive meetings up to 600 people at a time. 600 people who can now buy my shirts, caps, and of course, my Air Jordans. And the broadcast can be heard with real-time international voice translations. China did $500 billion in live interactive shopping last year, and I want in on that. And I want to lead the way here. So I am okay with you using Pitch to be like Mike, because from this day forward, I want to be like Pitch. Live, recorded, interactive, and everywhere in every language, all at the same time. If you haven't yet, be smart. Book a day at a time and get a live demo. Be like Mike. Be like Pitch. Be successful.
Pretty amazing. And before we go any further, I want to share that it said something on there that we hadn't gotten to yet. And they said translations, right? We're not talking about captions. If somebody was watching Bryan and I right now, and they were in the Philippines, or they were down in Mexico, or they were in any other country, and they didn't speak English, they literally would just have to click on a button on that presentation and change it into their native language, and they wouldn't see captions. They would hear the presentation in their language, which was pretty amazing. Any of you that have international teams that are watching us right now, that's a game changer, right? You can have your message, not only what you're selling, you guys that are leaders are teaching and trading and motivating and inspiring people all over the world. Well, guess what? There's a breakdown when it comes to trying to train and motivate and help people that can't understand a word you're saying. You imagine putting together a total training video of exactly how to follow your system step by step, and they're listening to it in their native language? Absolute game changer, right? So why is Pitch the better choice? Obviously, translations alone would do it for you, but we're not just a tool. It's for a business growth. It's to help you really get signups quickly, encourage engagement within your presentations. There's no need to go out and have this and have that and have the other. You have everything built. Now, you know what the best part is? You think Steve's going to stop here? This is going to be 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. I'm talking feature after feature. So the benefit of you seeing this today in January of 2026, a year from now, 2 years from now, you're going to go, I'm so glad that I said yes in the very beginning, because I can tell you this, in 2020, I was very familiar with Zoom. I was already using Zoom. Half of my friends had no idea how to use it. They would fumble around trying to get to a meeting. COVID hits. The whole world is using Zoom, but it's limited. Can you imagine what's going to happen with Pitch? It's unbelievable. So the way it works is you invite audiences with smart tracking links. I told you I was going to get back to this. Imagine this. It just keeps getting better, Bryan. Okay, imagine this. Okay, let's say that you're launching a business, whether you're launching some type of networking with the team or you're launching a product. Let's say that you have salespeople. Listen, if you're in the insurance game or you're a mortgage guy and you got a bunch of salespeople and you're doing webinars for home buyers or you're doing webinars for your insurance clients, let me tell you, this is an absolute no-brainer. You should ditch everything you have based on what I'm about to tell you right now. So let's say you're the owner of the company, or you're the sales manager, and you're the presenter, you're going to do this presentation. And all of your salespeople have all these prospects, right? Maybe callbacks, people they've talked to or whatever. They load them up on a Zoom. Now watch this. Every one of those salespeople have their own interactive link for your meeting. Okay, so now you open the meeting up, you're doing the presentation. They've invited 10 or 15, whatever, of their clients to hear the owner explain the product or the service or whatever it is. And when he gets down to, you can sign up right now, and he pulls up the screen, it could be his website, not your replicated site, not what you're signing people up on his end, but on your end, it's your replicated site. So your customers watching this, they're getting excited. They want to sign up. They don't have to follow up with you and say, hey, send me that link, or follow up with you and say, hey, how can I get those disclosures signed? Which, by the way, it's not just buying products. You could sign DocuSign documents, all kinds of really cool things live in virtual. It's unbelievable. But just imagine if you're the sales manager, or you're a networking team leader, and you got 30 people that are your core people, and they're all going to invite to the launch of this brand new product you have. They all have smart links, so their guests that are watching, when they click, it's their replicated website. No more worrying about whose site did you sign up on. None of that. Replicated smart tracking links for every single one of your salespeople or your teammates. Incredible, you guys. I've never seen anything like that before. All right, so engagement is the name of the game, right? What is in Facebook? You go live, people watch it. You can get people commenting a little bit or whatever. Some people gotten good at that, but really people are just sitting there watching it. Other platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meets, etc., people are just sitting there staring at each other, looking at each other. With Pitch, people get engaged, right? Because there's things that you can do to lead them through engagement. The smart tracking links is what I just talked about, kind of a redundant slide here, but you know, when you can track the attendance, that's the other thing. Even on these smart links, so your 10 salespeople, they can actually track the attendance of who they invited to the meeting, which is pretty incredible. Again, ideal for teams. If you manage sales, a team leader, like this platform is a no-brainer. I know it sounds cliche, but it really is. Now, business owners, sales teams, I went through enough of that, but just imagine, you know, I was thinking the other night, right? So I went into a store not too long ago with my wife, and it was a women's clothing store, and there was nobody in there. And the lady that was working was just sitting behind the desk, and she greeted us. She was very friendly, etc. But she was just sitting there. Now, can you imagine a store like that take unproductive time, be productive by doing some blasts of maybe some ads of a new product you have? They can go live on Pitch, okay, just like this. They can be showing the product, all that cool stuff. Check out this new sundress that came in for 2026, blah, blah, blah. And then they can go, by the way, you see on the right-hand side, there's our store shopping cart. If you like this, these are going to sell out. People can order right then. It's like store traditional brick and mortars can start utilizing their dead time for smart time to be able to get fans engaged, to get customers engaged. And then, by the way, you can say, hey, by the way, if you're in the area, come drop by the store. We're having a 10% sale off of every walk-in customer this week. There's so many creative things you can do with Pitch. It's unbelievable. If you're a business owner or you're leading teams and you're selling products, an entrepreneur, you're going to fall in love with Pitch. There's no doubt. E-commerce, we talked a little on the front end. You got an Amazon store. Imagine doing your presentations and they can just buy right on the spot. Same thing. It's pretty amazing. So why is it the right choice? Well, our competitors only focus on video meetings. That's it. That's pretty cool, but we're past the Jetson era. It's kind of boring now, right? I mean, you know, Pitch combines the engagement, the sales processes, everything all in one platform. You don't need to be a guru. There's no extra softwares, nothing to download. It's literally designed specifically to help convert audiences into customers. Happy paying customers, right? It'll work on your desktop. It'll work on your tablet. Watch this, all you phone addicts, it'll work on your phone as well, right? It's pretty amazing. So easy access. There's no need for third-party tools. It's very, very simple. Thank you, Steve, for making it simple. All right, let's just take a look at a couple of differences real quick. Interactive touch engagement, built-in e-commerce, smart invite tracking, AI growth tools, evergreen interactive content. Well, Pitch has all of them. How many does Zoom have? None of them. How about Teams? None of them. How about Google Meet? None of them. Only some of these platforms you probably never even heard of have partials. Steve's changing the game here with innovation, guys, and his creativity, and you have the ability to be the very first one to start using this and share this with every other presenter, salesman, sales manager, entrepreneur, business owner around the world, internationally, hundreds of countries, okay? Tons of features, guys. It just keeps getting better and better. I know that I threw a lot of information at you in one short amount of time. So let's just take another minute or two, do a quick recap, and then we'll close out this presentation. Enjoy this video.
Today, one of the easiest and most effective ways to get in front of people live and in the moment is on a live webinar. You may be surprised to know more than 500 million people logged into a live webinar just yesterday and will do so again tomorrow and the next day after that. And unlike trying to catch my friend's attention on social media, these people already found us. If you haven't heard of Pitch is the newest live webinar platform, the first of its kind, a fully interactive live webinar platform that allows you to go from a standard Zoom type meeting we are all familiar with to a completely 100% interactive one at the touch of a button. A webinar platform designed to meet people on your favorite social media platforms, but bring them to a place where your customers can enroll or shop on your Shopify, Amazon, or replicated website. But even more importantly for someone like yourself, you'll be able to create smart invitation links for key members in your sales organization. They will be able to invite their guests to your meeting. All of their guests will enroll or check out on the replicated website associated with that special invitation. Imagine 10 different people inviting 200 guests, and each guest will be enrolling or purchasing products exclusively from the replicated or affiliate website of the person who invited them to the meeting with that special smart link. No integration or setup is required with your company. No transaction fees. Works anywhere in the world with virtually any website or shopping cart instantly. While yes, this can replace your Zoom with all the features you have come to expect, but it doesn't have to. Think bigger. First, this is a new interactive marketing tool for you and your potential prospects to enroll or purchase products in real time from your own replicated or affiliate site. Secondly, it's a sales tool for your sales team members to put people in front of you or your team leaders until they have watched you often enough working for them before learning to do the meetings all on their own. Pitch allows you to do it all and much more. Use email, text, or social media to attract guests by registering for a scheduled live event or clicking on a button to join the live webinar instantly from an AI-generated social media post. Meet people where they are at and connect with them all together at a singular, simple, live and fun event. We are in the technology business, so we can be in the people business. Let's start connecting with as many people as possible. Try Pitch for free today.
Bryan, you know,
That's great.
what I love about this is there's even other features that we didn't talk about, like you can live stream, just like you can on some other platforms. But before you go, well, I only pay $12. I only pay $24 for my Zoom account. Let me explain something to you. If you have large audiences or you do lots of videos, you're going to run out of storage on that little video account. And number two, you have limited amount of time and seats available in that Zoom. When I saw this, Bryan, I thought you were going to tell me it was going to be $500 a month. I literally thought that. And when I saw $49, $79, $99, I'm like, wait a second, what do you get for $49 first off? Maybe somebody that uses, you know, their meeting platforms, you know, once or twice a week. Okay. Well, guess what? 100 participants, 90 minutes, okay? And you get 25 gigabytes of cloud storage and tons more. 79 gives you all that, plus you get 300. If we just talked about the seats alone, guys, as my teams grew and we needed more than 500 seats, I'm just going to say it. Zoom wanted more than $240 a month to have more than 500 seats. So I'm like, wait a second, $99 and I get 600 seats? Forget about all the amazing interactives, the avatars, the streaming, everything that comes with. Plus you get 100 gigs of cloud storage for your videos. Do you know what I'm doing right now? What I was doing? Every time I would record a video on Zoom, I have to delete it, right? So that I can record another one to have it and then store it on hard drives, 100 gigs of storage. It literally is a no-brainer. But if that isn't good enough for you yet, let's watch how you can get it for free.
Hello, I'm Pam, and thank you for taking a look at Pitch, the first fully live and recorded interactive webinar platform. Our customer referral and rewards program is as unique and innovative as our webinar service itself. As a member, if you refer 3 people who enroll in the same plan as you, your service will be free the following month and every month thereafter, as long as you have 3 people who continue to enjoy and use the service. It's that simple. Get started with Pitch today with either our standard, premium, or pro plan. Thank you for choosing Pitch, and may you have a great day.
Awesome. So guys, people that watch this presentation usually come as 3 separate types of people. You're a number 1 if you just want to be a customer and you don't want to share this with people. Now, I will say this. We just talked about 3 for free. We didn't talk about any of the affiliate marketing referral rewards at all on this Zoom for a very specific reason. So get back to the person that invited you here. If you're interested in like really sharing this, the compensation plan, the rewards plan is very, very good. But we don't talk about that here simply because it gets watered down over the product. In this instance, Bryan, I've been doing referral marketing, affiliate marketing for 20 some odd years, okay? The number 1 thing that most people lead with is a compensation plan, enticing people, right? Listen, that's because 90% of the time their product's garbage. So the most important thing here is the product, the service, the what Pitch actually is, benefits millions of people. And guess what? Maybe 10, 15% of those millions of people want to go out and share this with people. So you're in number 1 if you just fall into that category. You just want to be a customer and utilize this platform. A number 2 says, are you kidding me? Ray Charles could see this. I want to be an affiliate, right? And maybe, just maybe, you're like us and you do lots of presentations, you communicate with teams around the world, you're a trainer, you're a coach, you're an entrepreneur, you got people you want to touch internationally, you want to be both, right? You want to be able to utilize and maximize the tools that are here inside of Pitch. And of course, you want to be able to build another stream of income with it. So all you got to do is get back to the person that invited you and let them know if you're a 1, 2, or 3. Now, I want to close by saying this. I met Bryan in like person and we got together. I've been watching him for a long time. I met him for the very first time at an event at a big company 15 years ago. And when I went up to him because his presentation on stage was so good. It was funny, it was engaging, it was everything it's supposed to be, and it was genuine, right? So I went up to him and we built this friendship, and we're so much alike, it's crazy, all the way down to our initials, BB, right? But everything from being music lovers to everything. And so this entire career, Bryan and I were not in the same teams, and my entire career for the last 15 years, same with Bryan, we've always seemed to like miss each other, right? He would share something with me, it would be too late, or I was already engaged in something. And when Bryan called me about this, I'm like, it sort of sounds too good to be true, but the little voice in my ear was saying, yeah, well, what if it was and you never found out? Right? So I'm like, all right, Bryan, go ahead and tell me what it is, because maybe, just maybe, this will be the time we're able to really collaborate together and more than just make a lot of money and help people with this product, but really truly be able to go out and help a lot of people, not just in the United States, not just in your home state, but internationally around the world. And Bryan, I'm really excited that, you know, we've been able to cross paths and finally be able to engage together on something and help a lot of people. But man, when I first started talking to you, you were so excited. You've now been so engaged every single day, all day long, meeting with the founder, building that friendship with Steve, with Dave, and then you got Phil. I mean, some really great people. Just share what's on your heart with the people listening and the people that are watching this on a recording. You know, why you think, literally, as you told me yesterday, dude, if you really think about this, everyone needs this. So I'll turn it over to you, Bryan, and you can kind of close this out. Thank you guys that are watching for allowing me to present to you today. I'm looking forward to connecting with you real soon. But Bryan, over to you, partner.
Well, Bob, let's try a virtual high five first, you know, see if we can do that. Yeah, there we go. Folks, I just really don't want you to take for granted what Bob just went over. Now, the great thing is this is recorded, and you're either watching it for the first time, or if you're like me, it would have been about the 54th time. Pausing, taking notes, and going back through it. You know, because when you're disrupting an entire industry, now understand it's not just one industry, it's every industry that does business, right? So every single person that has to share a product or service to earn a commission needs this product. And it's unique. We have no competition. Now, we are another webinar platform. That's basically the simplistic version of what Bob just shared with you. But when you realize what it does, it eliminates step 4, 5, 6, and 7 possibly. And, you know, when you scroll down through sites, Bob talked about being in, you know, another country. Folks, what if you're in 7 different countries that are French, Spanish? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be just in Australia and just in China. It can be multiple countries at the same time, on the same screen, buying at the same time. I mean, they had me at hello when I heard that. And then I saw the avatars, and I'm like, that is the greatest invitation I've ever seen, ever. Because that is the first thing that, you know, they call the marketing hook. Like, oh, I want to learn more, right? You know, I mean, like literally, folks, I mean, come on. You know, so step 1, step 2, step 3. I believe everybody that is in business is a 3. I mean, that's just what I believe. Because you talk about your setup and everything else, you know, so you got $149, $179, or $199. By the way, it's tax deductible. It is a business expense. Take another $35 off for Uncle Sam, and you're looking at $99 a month on the Pro. Now, in most companies, industries, or whatever it is, that is a small amount. Bob thought it was $500. I probably should have told him $500. You know, then I could have surprised him and said $99, right? Probably should have done that. But when you think about the value, see, there's a difference in value and price. Price is what it costs, but value is what's at stake. And that's the conversion. That's the saving time. You've heard the old cliche, time is what? Absolutely. So when you think and you tie all of that together, not to mention pre-launched in July of 25, right? That is just, you see me doing this the whole time because my mind is blown. I mean, Bob and I even have the same haircut. I mean, you know, we didn't plan that, by the way. That's just, you know, the BBs, the 4 Bs, right? The killer bees is what they call us. But, you know, so what you got to do is that, you know, take action. That's what business people and entrepreneurs do. And if you're questioning, does this really work? Would we actually be sitting here telling you if it didn't? No. So, with that being said, you're either a 1, a 2, or a 3. And we recorded this very special simply because we wanted to make sure the information was there. Now, the next time you see us, we're going to have our smart link, and it's going to be interactive and live. But hey, you know what? You got to get this flow down. But Bob, that was absolutely incredible.
Look, Bryan, I'm excited. I know there's a lot of excited people. Do this for me. You have to do this for me one time. If that doesn't get you excited,
if that don't light your fire, your wood's wet. And also, if it don't bless your gizzard blesser is busted. So,
I love it, Bryan.
Folks, man, Bob, hey, more than anything else, the friendship that we have, the lives that we're going to change, and, you said genuine, and, the reason why you and I connected was because of our hearts, bottom line. That's really what it was. So it's going to be fun, exciting, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Awesome. Let's get it. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you on one of the